breaking news from NBC4.
Columbus Blue Jackets star Johnny Gaudreau is dead after a tragic accident in New Jersey. According to police, Johnny and his brother Matthew were riding their bicycles when they were hit by a suspected drunk driver last night. The Blue Jackets says Gaudreau's death and he was a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. Since the announcement, fans have been heading to Nationwide Arena to pay their respects. We have team coverage for you as the community reels from Johnny's death. Jared Smalley has reaction from those close with the Gaudreaus. First, Jackie Gillis joins us with what we know so far about the crash and reaction from fans.
It is an extremely heartbreaking situation. Johnny may have only been in Columbus for 2 years, but it's clear he made a huge impact here, and he was loved by so many people. The memorial since I've been here has been growing. I mean, take a look at this. There's flowers, there's cards, hockey sticks, and someone even brought his jersey to hang up. Again, he was just loved by so many people, touched so many lives. The Blue Jackets have put up an In Loving Memory sign. It's been out here for a few hours now. All of this happening right below his picture, right below the Nationwide Arena sign. Now, according to the New Jersey State Police, Johnny and his brother Matthew were riding their bicycles when they were hit by a suspected drunk driver. This happened last night shortly after 8 o'clock in their hometown of Oldmans Township. State Police say a man identified as Sean Higgins was driving north when he tried to pass two vehicles. That's when investigators say he hit Johnny and Matthew. He's being charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. Fans say their thoughts and prayers are with their family during this incredibly difficult time, and that this is something no team or family should have to go through. I spoke with fans who grew up playing hockey, and they say they looked up to him and what he brought to Columbus. They're heartbroken that his time was cut short.
He was a special player, but he's one of those guys that you could tell by the way he played, he was extremely humble.
My heart goes out to everybody in his family, the Blue Jackets organization, anyone who knew him. I've always heard he just was like the best guy ever.
Johnny was only 31 years old. He leaves behind his wife and 2 children. According to a wedding planning website called The Knot, his sister's wedding is supposed to be this afternoon. Johnny, his brother Matthew, they were groomsmen. His wife as well as his 2 children are listed to be in the wedding as well. Local for you at Nationwide Arena, I'm Jackie Gillis, NBC4.
Jackie, thank you. Jared Smalley joining us now. Now, Jared, you've covered the Jackets for 20 years, and this isn't the first time the organization has been through a tragedy like this.
This organization, this fan base, has been through the worst of it, unfortunately, and this is right up there. Just 3 years ago, you'll recall their goalie, Matisse Kivlenieks, died in a fireworks accident. That was at a home in Michigan. He was just 24 years old at that time. That was a shocking moment in this team's history. That sadness was consuming. It is still hard to fathom that Johnny Gaudreau is not going to lead that team out onto the ice at Nationwide this season. Hockey is a sport built on family, both your teammates and the community, and then your actual family. It is closely bonded and unique in sports. The Gaudreau family is one of those legendary hockey families. Gaudreau's mother, their father, they were always at games in Columbus. They often filled up the entire row at Nationwide. And when Johnny was a free agent a couple years ago, he actually took less money to come to Columbus. The big reason he wanted to be here was more about the hope to raise his young family here. His wife, Meredith, she was pregnant when they first arrived. They now have 2 children under the age of 2. I talked with a good friend of mine and longtime Jackets TV reporter Dave Metzold this morning. He had grown to know that family quite well.
Growing your family here in Columbus. Again, it comes back to that whole family thing, Jared, right? Family was so unbelievably important to this family. And they were a tight-knit group. I've said to my wife 10 times today, I can't imagine how they will bear this tragedy. I just can't imagine it.
It's impossible to believe it's still true. Clearly far less important at this moment. But from a hockey standpoint, this offseason the Jackets, they went out and they signed a veteran center, Sean Monahan, to a 5-year deal. Now Monahan happens to be one of Johnny Gaudreau's best friends. They played together in Calgary when they were both putting together the best years of their career so far. Sadly, that reunion will not happen in Columbus. We will have much more on the passing of Johnny Gaudreau ahead at noon. Andrea?
Jared, thank you. The Columbus crew says their hearts go out to the Goodrow family. In a statement, they write, Johnny consistently displayed his passion for hockey, our city, and the fans, and we mourned this tragic loss alongside his loved ones and our Blue Jackets brethren. And the Blue Jackets minor league affiliate, the Cleveland Monsters, called the news devastating, writing, "We send out our deepest condolences and endless love and support to Johnny and Matthew's family, friends, fans, teammates, and colleagues with the Columbus Blue Jackets and around the hockey world." We will be following this story throughout the day. You can download the NBC4 News app in your app store to get any developments sent straight to your phone. Also breaking this morning, a Columbus firefighter was injured working to put out a blaze this morning on the city's south side. Crews tell us a single-family home caught fire around 9 this morning on East Markinson Avenue. A cause is not yet known. And happening now, travel for Labor Day weekend is underway, and you'll want to prepare for some busy roads over the next few days. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber is joining us with how the weather is looking for the holiday weekend. Ben?
Andrew, we've already jumped to 87 degrees. It feels like 91. We've had a solid week, 6 days of 90-plus degree temperatures, and it's going to be another steamy day. This warm front, and south of there, that's where the hottest and most humid area is. But the cold front west of Chicago, that's going to change everything later in the weekend. And you can see that front just to the north and west of the Buckeye State, but it is working its way east. Not quite to 90 at Lancaster, 89, still 84 Bucyrus, 82 down to the south. But later on this afternoon, our heat index will jump with the humidity above 100 degrees. But coming up, we'll talk about a big change in the forecast for the weekend. And that also will bring some welcome rain.
All right, Ben, thank you. Diving deeper into the city's cyber attack. Up next, why the city is suing the whistleblower that has showed us the extent of this breach.
NBC4 Investigates has been following the City of Columbus data leak from the beginning. If you have been impacted, go to NBC4i.com/cityhack now.
Closed captioning on NBC4 is sponsored by Byers Auto.
At Licking Memorial Health Systems, your health is our mission. That is why we have partnered with the Licking Heights Local School District to improve health for students and provide greater healthcare access to members of the community. The Licking Memorial Health Center at Licking Heights is safely located inside the high school and provides preventive care and treatment for common illnesses to students, staff, their family members, and members of the community, with quick access to appointments. In addition, school-based health centers are an effective strategy to ensure that students are in school, healthy, and ready to learn. Our skilled and compassionate health professionals work cooperatively with school nursing staff to provide basic diagnostic and treatment needs. A wide variety of insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare and Medicaid. To schedule an appointment, please call 220-564-7830.
For a company to claim it's the industry leader in anything, it better be able to back it up.
When it comes to basement waterproofing, EverDry Waterproofing has over 42 years and 90,000 satisfied customers to support its claim.
With its lifetime warranty, EverDry has a solution for any basement water damage in Ohio. Basement water problems are serious and happen to a lot of homes. It's good to know there's one company that'll be around as long as you are, EverDry Waterproofing. Remember, it's not dry
until it's EverDry.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Storm Team 4 is Weather Rate certified most accurate in Central Ohio. Now, 10 years in a row. Trust the team on top. 10 years and counting. Storm Team 4, the most accurate.
NBC4 Investigates is digging deeper into the cyber attack on the city of Columbus. And now the city has filed a lawsuit against the whistleblower who helped us expose the extent of this attack. Now Connor Goodwolf is forbidden from downloading or sharing information on the dark web. City Attorney Zach Klein applied for and received the temporary restraining order against Goodwolf. The city is also suing him, accusing Goodwolf of creating, quote, serious public inconvenience and alarm by showing the damage done when Riceta leaked 3 terabytes of stolen data. The city maintains that it's not easy to get that information.
Well, I think through this exercise, when you learning about the Onion server on the dark web, it's not something that's easily accessible. It takes a level of sophistication. Even attempting to download some of this stuff takes hours, if not days, to download. So in a lot of ways, our team is seeking to download the information. Obviously, there's a way that Connor has a level of sophistication that he's been able to get it. And we're all trying to get to the same information.
The city is suing Goodwolf for more than $25,000, accusing him of criminal acts, negligence, and invasion of privacy. Still ahead, before the Buckeyes take the field, it's almost time for Football Friday night. We'll have more on the game of the week, plus which games are being delayed due to the heat.
This weekend at Morris Home, cash in on huge discounts up to 50% off. And do it with 0% financing, and the first 3 months are just $1. Plus free gifts. It's our biggest Labor Day sale ever at Morris Home.
Premier Allergy.
We know how complications from allergies can get the best of you. It's why we put our patients at the center of everything we do, offering the most innovative immunotherapy treatment programs available. We'll get you in quickly, identify your allergies, and start customizing a plan that's right for you. Because at Premier Allergy and Asthma, we believe the right care in the right place at the right time can change a life.
Premier Allergy. Relief is just a call away.
Automobile injury cases are the most prevalent cases out there. However, the insurance industry is well equipped to fight those cases. So what we do is maximize that recovery for a client.
Hi, I'm Amber, and I'm from Massillon, Ohio. The best part of my job is getting to meet one-on-one with my students every day, getting to see their faces, and working with a great staff. Online school is a great option for people who really need it. Our students can learn from the comfort of their own home.
Call Odella today, a kindergarten through 12th grade public school.
Before and after. Before and after. If you have a before kitchen, now's the time to call Kitchen Saver and get a beautiful after. With our custom cabinet renewal process, you can have a brand new kitchen within 3 to 5 days. We're so confident in our products that we'll back it all, labor and materials, with our 10-year limited warranty. Claim our special offer and become a satisfied customer today.
Prepare to be impressed. Kitchen Saver.
America, land of opportunity. For Bernie Marino, it's personal. Marino came here at the age of 5. Counted out, he put every last cent into his dream. A small business right here in Ohio. It took off. He raised his family here. It's why Bernie Marino will protect Ohio jobs, lower everyday costs, and keep our communities safe. Bernie Marino, for Ohio. Defend American Jobs is responsible for the content of this ad.
Scioto Valley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Outdoor furniture, pools, spas, saunas, pool tables, and more are all on sale. Get end-of-season savings of up to 70% off on overstocked, out-of-box, and brand new in-stock outdoor furniture. Right now, save an additional $500 to $1,500 off all above-ground pool packages and up to $2,500 off all floor model pools. Save up to $3,500 on spas, swim spas, and cold series spas. Plus, interest-free financing until 2026. Only at Scioto Valley.
Don't miss this week's Hot Buys at the Better Sleep Shop. Perfect for back to school. Get a shop inside Morris Home and Ashley.
What would you do to help a friend in need? For a pair of sorority sisters and graduates of Ohio State, helping a friend means saving their life. It all started in 2007 on OSU's campus. Jess Haas and Megan Schultz are members of the sorority Pi Beta Phi. They became fast friends, traveled to bowl games together, and even lived in the sorority house. Fast forward to Jess's diagnosis of kidney failure. Without hesitation, Megan jumped in to help. Megan began the testing process, first a blood test and then a more formal workup down in Cincinnati, where Jess was being treated. While Jess continued dialysis, Megan was given the green light that she was in fact a match as a living donor for her sorority sister, and it was all caught on camera.
It felt like right place, right time. Like, I knew her in college. I'd gotten to know her parents. They'd traveled to bowl games with us.
It means a lot. And now we really are sisters. We're really blood sisters now.
That surgery is just a few months away. On November 12th, Megan, who works here in Central Ohio, will head down to Cincinnati for the surgery. Megan's surgery will begin first, and 30 minutes later, Jess will begin and receive her new kidney. Happening now, the 2024 Paralympics are underway. You're getting a live look from our camera from the American University of Paris, where thousands of athletes have reached the world stage. Right now, China is in first place with 11 medals, including 5 gold. Italy is in close second with 9, and Great Britain rounds out the top 3 with 7. The United States is in 11th with 3 medals, all silver. And we have some big news. Our Matt Barnes is packing his suitcase once again and is heading back to Paris. He will be covering the stories of Ohio athletes as they start their journey for gold. Happening tonight, it's week 2 of football Friday night. The game of the week is Groveport Madison at Gahanna. The Cruisers had one of the biggest week 1 wins, taking down Hilliard Bradley, and they're looking ahead to another big matchup. Our coverage kicks off on NBC4 at 11:15 tonight. And the heat isn't dying down today, so if you are headed out to one of these games tonight, be ready. It's going to be hot and muggy at night in store. And some high schools have even delayed their start times for the teams and hope it will cool off a little bit for them. They have been pushed back to either 7:30 or 8 tonight. For a full list, you can visit NBC4i.com. And we have a Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber joining us now. And yeah, it surely is hot. It feels like it's not letting up, and hopefully it'll cool down for us eventually.
It will, and sooner than later. And that extra half hour or an hour delay does make a big difference. That can be 4 or 5 degrees in temperature and a low sun angle getting closer to sunset. So a very wise choice. This happens though every now and then, but this has been an exceptional heat wave for the end of August. As we get ready to turn the calendar into September, though, we'll leave the heat behind. But walking the dog this afternoon, stay hydrated, look for shade. Same rules apply as they have been all week long. Temperatures have been in the 90s since Sunday. Our fire and ice heating and air conditioning tower cam review. A little bit of haze, a mainly sunny sky, 87 degrees. Wind is out of the southwest at 9. 87, of course, feels warmer, feels like 91 with the humidity, and especially with this warm front kicking back to the north. It'll be a little muggier today, but the cold front west of Chicago is going to change everything for us over the weekend. The clouds are a little thicker to the west, but pretty dry, and the rain chances today are slight, so that's good news for football Friday night. And that's where we are in a marginal 1 out of 5 risk for an isolated gusty storm. And then with the cold front progressing east tomorrow, that threat shifts farther east. The greater chance for severe weather, which will be a damaging wind gust, will be extreme eastern Ohio into Pennsylvania. But the heat dome is about to give way here. A little dip in the jet stream that'll carry the storm threat east over the weekend and begin to allow cool air to filter down. Of course, the warm weather will stay in the west, but we're going to get a break. Some pop-ups this evening. Showers more likely for game day Saturday, but not an all-day rain, and a nice finish till the holiday weekend will make up for this week. 87 in the city, already 90 at London, 87 at Athens. So it's tropical out there. We'll be up to about 96 this afternoon, a degree or two warmer to the south, but even in the north, how about Marion and Delaware getting up to 96 degrees. So it's going to be extremely warm as you follow the heat index and temperature by the hour. We'll max out around 100 with the humidity. When we hit 96, we'll say about 3 in the afternoon. But here's football Friday night. See, still, as Andrew was talking about, 92 heat index, 88 temperature around kickoff. So it's going to be muggy. But look at this, my muggy meter. Boom, down we go as the dry air comes in behind a cold front late Saturday or Saturday night before the front actually gets all the way through the state. But that's going to make a big difference. Pinpoint forecast showing dry conditions this afternoon. So that's important because we'll see a couple of showers start to fire but not last very long for football Friday night. If you get a delay in 1 or 2 spots, that's worst case. But tomorrow, greater concentration of rain, but 3:30 kickoff. Almost all of the rain should be east of I-71, but tailgating or going to the game, plan on scattered showers and storms, and then we'll begin to cool down gradually through the weekend. So hot and humid today, a small chance of a pop-up this evening into the overnight 72 with all that humidity around. Game day Saturday, on and off rain showers and rumble of thunder, probably right up to kickoff or into the first half. And then the rain chances will go away. Rest of the holiday weekend, Andrea, how about this? Still warm Sunday, but lower humidity. Gorgeous for Labor Day, and then back to seasonal weather next week.
All right, it's looking good, Ben. Thank you. Digital anchor Rachel Ramsey joins us from the NBC4i Digital Center with a look at the stories making headlines online this morning. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, good morning, Andrea. Top online, Dublin City Schools is exploring a short-term solution to boost capacity by expanding an existing high school after the district paused another proposal to buy a Cardinal Health building for $37 million. The superintendent of Dublin City Schools announced the district is pursuing a 60,000 square foot addition to Dublin Scioto High School. The expansion would allow the district to shift 500 to 600 students to Scioto, helping alleviate an anticipated increase in high school enrollment throughout the next decade. Dublin school officials noted that the expansion would not require additional levy dollars from the Dublin community and would also aid in balancing enrollment between the district's 3 existing high schools. For this full story, go to NBC4i.com. Also trending, recently published data shows the percentage of high school students who vape in Ohio is double the national average. Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids looked into state surveys conducted by the CDC from 2023, finding the percentage of high school students who reported using e-cigarettes within the past month per state. The study found 20% of high school students reported using e-cigarettes in Ohio compared to the national average of 10%. The organization noted that 3.3% of high school students in the state use cigarettes, while the national average is nearly 2%. And a restaurant chain with several locations across the country that's known for its Korean donuts is opening a new location in Central Ohio. Mochi Nut is opening its newest shop in Grandview Heights on West 5th Avenue. Now, the shop menu features a variety of treats, including donuts ranging in different flavors, along with Korean rice flour hot dogs, drinks, and more. As of now, it's unclear when the new shop will open to customers. For additional details, go to NBC4i.com. And they look so good, especially those hot dogs. I always see those, Andrea, on TikTok. It has like the potatoes and everything on them. I want to try them.
I need to try it all.
Yes.
You had me at donuts, so.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. For the latest news, weather, and sports 24/7, and make sure you visit NBC4i.com. You can also stay connected while you're on the go with our free NBC4 News app. Download it today in the Apple or Google Play stores. It's the return of Buckeye football. Isn't enough for you? There is also a stacked list of things to do this weekend. The Columbus Greek Festival is underway right now, and it lasts through Monday. You can grab some authentic Greek food and watch several live performances at the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Cathedral. And the Obetz Zucchini Fest kicks off this evening and will open through Monday. You can celebrate all things zucchini at Fortress Obetz. And if you want a full day of sports action, the Columbus Crew face New York City FC at Lower.com Field on Saturday night. Kickoff is at 7:30. Coming up after the break, we are following the tragic death of beloved Columbus Blue Jackets player Johnny Gaudreau. What we know so far about the investigation and how the community is honoring him.
Health Matters is sponsored by Mount Carmel.
Breastfeeding provides unequivocal value to both parents and infants. Human milk provides all the nutrients, calories, and fluids needed by your baby. Breastfeeding continues to deliver healthy antibodies to boost your baby's immunity to illnesses and offers protection from more serious illnesses. Studies also show that breastfeeding reduces your child's risk of sudden infant death syndrome. Breastfeeding provides an opportunity for increased bonding between mother and infant. Women who breastfed have a decreased rate of high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancers of the breast and ovaries. Although initiation rates of breastfeeding are increasing, continuation rates are not. This highlights the challenges families encounter in their breastfeeding goals. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends exclusively breastfeeding for at least the first 6 months of a baby's life. We know this time allows for maximal benefit to the baby and mother. For many nursing parents and babies, breastfeeding goes smoothly from the start. For others, it takes little time and several attempts to get the process going effectively. Talking with a lactation consultant or obstetric provider right after birth can be helpful. Parents have the right to make their own informed choice about whether or not to breastfeed. Giving breastfeeding parents the support they need, including hands-on help at home and work, chances are good they may find the time and space to breastfeed successfully. Because you and your family's health matters.
Health Matters is sponsored by Mount Carmel.
It hides in the grass, always moving, stalking, when suddenly 400,000 pounds of steel appears out of nowhere. A train traveling through a crossing with site obstructions and overgrown vegetation is like a snake in the grass. You just never know when it will strike again. How can you help? Report bad railroad crossings at angelsontrack.org. That's angelsontrack.org. Because bad crossings kill good drivers.
I'm one of those people that I wake up smiling. Knee pain and foot pain gave me a reason not to smile. Once I got my arch supports from Good Feet, that pain just kind of instantly went away. My wife said, "You're a different person." She thought that was good.
At Big Sandy, we do big better than anybody. Get big Labor Day deals now. Buy the Whirlpool top-load washer with removable agitator. Get the matching dryer half price. $7.49 after rebate buys the pair. Buy the refrigerator and range. Get the dishwasher and microwave free. Don't pay $3,700. $24.99 after rebate buys it all. Plus, get up to 3 years special financing with 0 down and free delivery. Big Sandy Superstore.
Confused by the Medicare ABCs? If you have Original Medicare, then you have Parts A and B. Have you considered Part C? Medicare Part C is sometimes known as a Medicare Advantage plan, and a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is one of the best ways to help protect yourself from out-of-pocket Medicare costs. If you only have Medicare Parts A and B, there are 3 things you should do. 1. Call the number on your screen. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Part C plans with additional benefits from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield are available to you. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy. If you're losing benefits, moving, or new to Medicare, you may be eligible to enroll in an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield plan today, but you won't know unless you 1. Call the number on your screen now. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Part C plans with additional benefits are available to you. Medicare Part C plans from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield are available now. Plans may include benefits you are not currently receiving. Call today. You don't get a Medicare Advantage plan automatically. Call to find out if you're eligible for a special enrollment period. If you're losing benefits, moving, or new to Medicare, you may be eligible to enroll today. If you only have Medicare Parts A and B, there are 3 things you should do. 1. Call the number on your screen. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield plans with additional benefits are available to you. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy. Call today for your free Medicare benefits review. The call is free. There's no obligation.
Call 800-513-8524. That's 800-513-8524. 800-513-8524. Call now.
breaking news from NBC4.
I think he's really the first elite player that chose to be here and wanted to be, that face of the franchise. And I mean, just look at him skate. Look at the way that he played the game.
The community devastated by the death of Columbus Blue Jackets star Johnny Gaudreau. He and his brother were killed last night in their home state of New Jersey. According to New Jersey police, he and his brother Matthew were riding their bicycles last night when a suspected drunk driver struck them. We have team coverage following this news. Matt Barnes spoke to a former Blue Jackets player about the impact on Gaudreau's death is having on the hockey community. But first, let's go to Jackie Gillis at Nationwide Arena with where the investigation stands and reaction from fans. Jackie?
So fans are upset, and understandably so. I saw fans sharing some pretty emotional moments together. I saw some hugs, some tears, and fans were sharing their favorite Johnny hockey moments. Now, since I've been here, the memorial has really grown, showing their support for him. Even just take a look behind me. Columbus Blue Jackets have put up an in loving memory sign. There are a lot of flowers, hockey sticks, his jersey, some cards, all of them paying respect to Johnny. And all of this is happening right below his picture, featured right under the Nationwide Arena sign. Now, according to New Jersey State Police, Johnny and his brother Matthew were riding their bicycles when they were hit by a suspected drunk driver. This happened last night shortly after 8 o'clock in their hometown of Oldmans Township. State police say a man identified as Sean Higgins was driving north when he tried to pass two vehicles. That's when investigators say he hit Johnny and Matthew. He's being charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. Fans tell me this is not the news they wanted to wake up to this morning. For some, they were getting choked up when trying to even talk about their reaction to this news. It's clear he made such a huge impact in Columbus, despite only being here for 2 years.
I coach in the Blue Jackets Hockey League. You see the number 13 on the backs of so many jerseys, probably more than any other number. Those kids really look up to Johnny Gaudreau. It's going to be a hard session. It's going to be a hard year.
I played hockey my whole life. I'm 5'10". I'm just, he's a smaller guy. He kind of represents like working hard really kind of pays off, and really just hard to see, really heartbreaking stuff.
According to the wedding planning website The Knot, Johnny and Matthew's sister's wedding is supposed to be this afternoon. Both of the brothers were listed as groomsmen, as well as Johnny's wife and his 2 children were listed to be in the wedding party as well. Again, this is just a really heartbreaking situation for Columbus, Blue Jackets fans, and hockey fans all over. Local for you at Nationwide Arena, I'm Jackie Gillis, NBC4.
Jackie, thank you. The news of Gaudreau's death is hitting everyone hard, especially those in the hockey community. Matt Barnes continues our team coverage with reaction from a former Blue Jackets player on how those who played the game are feeling right now.
Yeah, Andrea, Brandon Dubinsky never played with Johnny Gaudreau, but he has watched him many times on the ice as a season ticket holder now for the Jackets. And while they were not close friends, Dubinsky told me he always found him to be a great player and representative for the Blue Jackets organization. Dubinsky mentioned upon hearing the news, he heard from everyone from NHL players and coaches to parents of the Little Mites team he coaches now. He stressed the hockey community is so interconnected, and while Johnny only played in Columbus for 2 years, he was already becoming a fan favorite by the way he carried himself and the way he played. Dubinsky said at times Johnny made the game look easy, as if the game was being played in slow motion. But more than his obvious talent on the ice, Dubinsky was impressed with the man off the ice.
It goes without saying, this is a guy that had offers of, 10 million plus to go play in 3 or 4 different places, and he chose to come to Columbus. He had heard wonderful things about this place, and this is a place that he wanted to come and raise his family, to be a part of this organization, to help turn this organization around. And so I think that needs to be said, and to me, that's a huge piece of his character and the type of person that he was.
And when I asked Dubinsky about if he could even imagine how the guys in the room would be able to get ready for a new season upon hearing this news, he says he couldn't, saying they will put on a brave face, but this pain isn't something that goes away in a week or a month. Andrea.
All right, Matt, thank you. City and state leaders are also offering their condolences, including Governor Mike DeWine. On the social platform X, he writes, "Fran and I offer our deepest condolences to the family of the Blue Jackets, Johnny Gaudreau, and his brother Matthew. Our thoughts are also with the entire Blue Jackets organization as they mourn the loss of one of their own." We will be following this story throughout the day. You can download the NBC4 News app in your app store to get any developments sent straight to your phone. To the weather now as we take a look outside over downtown Columbus. Labor Day weekend travel is in full swing, and Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber is joining us with how the forecast is looking for festivities. Ben?
Yeah, Andrea, it's looking pretty good for travel today. Dry weather, except for an isolated storm in spots later. 87, feels like 91. The heat's not going away just yet. This warm front not too active today. We've had pockets of showers and storms develop and move east the last few days, but the cold front west of Chicago, that will arrive tomorrow. That will end the heat wave, but also bring some rain leading up to the OSU-Akron game in the afternoon. So mostly sunny skies now, already up to 90 at London, close 89 at Lancaster, 87 in Columbus. With the heat index, though, as we get up to about 96 in the city, it'll feel like 100 and still quite warm, 88 to 90 degrees for kickoffs, which is why for football Friday night, some have been pushed back. But a couple of rain showers in the forecast for game day Saturday. Let you know when relief arrives. Your full forecast coming up.
All right, Ben, thank you. With just 1 day from the season opener for the Buckeye football, but still ahead, how to avoid becoming a victim of predatory towing if you are headed to the shoe.
The Big Ohio Football Show. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and all of Ohio. Expert analysis you can only get here. Tonight at 7:30 on NBC4.
Closed captioning on NBC4 is sponsored by the medical malpractice lawyers at Elk & Elk.
For 120 years, Mount Carmel College of Nursing has prepared nurses to serve our communities, offering small class sizes and help every step of the way. Schedule your campus visit at mccn.edu/visit.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing. Want to get the right price? Come on down to Coughlin Kia. For a limited time, lease a new 2024 Kia Forte, only $89 a month. Lease a new 2024 Kia Sportage or Seltos, just $129 a month. Or take $12 grand off MSRP on some of our most popular models. Don't wait. Come on down to all 4 Coughlin Kia locations or visit CoughlinKia.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
Sherrod Brown knows how hard we work. That's why he's fighting every day for Ohio families hit by rising costs. Sherrod took on the big drug companies to pass a bill to cap the cost of insulin for Medicare recipients at just $35, lower the cost of prescription drugs for seniors, and he fought to lower the cost of our insurance premiums, saving Ohio families an average of $800 a year. Tell Sherrod Brown, keep fighting to lower costs.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing, wearing out decades early and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast, and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call, and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
When I was first starting menopause, I was having a lot of issues, and I was really concerned. Avena, they listen, and they understand. We have the discussions, and then we are trying to find what's most comfortable for me. Everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. We're all in different phases, and they address it according to whatever your specific needs are. We just have to pivot and go into the next chapter of your life. I just really like feeling like I'm among people that I'm comfortable with. Avena definitely helps me get there. It helps me be my best self.
NBC4 Investigates has been following the City of Columbus data leak from the beginning. If you have been impacted, go to NBC4i.com/cityhack now.
At Mount Carmel College of Nursing, our students can earn their Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree and take their education all the way to a Doctor of Nursing practice. Schedule your campus visit at mccn.edu/visit.
I can't believe Dad
daddy never told me I have a half sister.
I'm just looking for a place where I belong.
Safe travels.
NBC's Happy's Place, October 18th. Set your DVR now.
Right now, there are growing questions from state lawmakers about Jobs Ohio. It's a private entity that's funded by billions of state dollars. It comes as it looks to renew their contract years before expiring. Jobs Ohio was created by legislation at the Ohio State House. It aims to support economic development and job growth. It's funded by state liquor sales, and that contract expires in 2038. They are asking the state to renew it now, but the approval has been halted by the Ohio Controlling Board. Democratic Representative Bride Rose Sweeney says she understands why the discussion needs to start now, but wants more transparency in the process and even possibility a chance for the public to weigh in. Republican Representative Jay Edwards agrees it is not bad to have the conversation now, but says it is their right to ask questions.
Is there areas where we're missing the boat, and there's ways of bringing public trust while also making it better so that they're not forgetting certain parts of the state.
I understand the premise of Jobs Ohio is that they are a private entity that can give us a competitive advantage. I understand that that is its purpose. What I'm asking for is this one time to allow us to have the public discussion and to continue to go forward.
A spokesperson for Jobs Ohio tells NBC4 75% of the money they have in the bank right now is already committed to projects, and they need to be able to assure companies with contracts into the 2050s, for example, that they will still be supported. Still ahead, growing concerns over mosquitoes in the community, how you can protect yourself from the West Nile virus. Ben?
Andrea, the pollen count remains high. We'll get a little bit of a dip tomorrow, but that's because we have some much needed rain. We also have severe to extreme drought. You can see hazy sunshine over the side of the mile, temperatures in the upper 80s. I'll let you know when relief arrives coming up after the break.
I don't think anybody can compete with us. The way we build the product, sell the product, service the product, we are the only company that actually manufactures our product and sells it directly to the customer. My employees make this like they were building it for their mother's house. There's just no way that anybody can do it any better than us.
Call Rosati Windows today at 777-4806.
I'm Columbus's injury attorney, Scott Schiff, and we'll fight for what's right.
If any of you were in dire need of a kidney or heart transplant, would you be open to receiving one? Okay, then how many of you have signed up to save lives by becoming an organ, eye, or tissue donor? Why?
If I'm an organ donor, doctors might not work as hard to save me.
I don't think I can donate with my own medical conditions.
The truth is that organ donation exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, even by directing a donation to someone you know, to continue a legacy and give another person the gift of a fuller future. The same medical professionals that are committed to helping others are sworn to help you. And cost, age, religion, race, or health status aren't factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Lease a dynamic new 24 Tacoma for $349 a month. Get a new 24 Tundra with 1.99 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash with 2 years no cost maintenance.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota. Let's go places.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
Where more than 1,700 scientists are working on new treatments and new hope for every form of cancer.
You're making the choice to have the most advanced treatments, many of which were developed right here.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The talented musicians of the Columbus Symphony perform nearly 250 concerts each year in Central Ohio and beyond, with music that ranges from classical to contemporary. The Symphony makes the power and joy of music accessible to everyone through innovative programming, robust education initiatives, and a commitment to inspiring and building a strong community through music, including free programming for kids and veterans. To learn more about the Columbus Symphony and its programs, visit columbussymphony.com.
Private citizen data is at risk following the ransomware attack on Columbus.
Isabel Cleary has been leading our investigation into all of this.
We are pushing Columbus leaders for answers.
NBC4 investigates the Columbus City data leak.
It's almost time, Buckeye football fans. It's game day eve. The Buckeyes open up their season at home tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 against the Akron Zips. And happening right now, the university just dedicated a statue of Ohio State legend Archie Griffin as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of his first Heisman Trophy. This is just the start of celebrating his accomplishments. He will also dot the I during the Ohio State Marching Band's halftime tradition of Script Ohio. NBC4's Big Ohio Football Show has you covered before and after the game. We'll preview the Big Ten matchups Friday night at 7:30, followed by our post-game show Saturday night at 11. The presidential candidates are giving some insight into their policy platforms and which priorities are at the top of their list. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
In her first sit-down interview since becoming the Democratic nominee, Vice President Harris staking out her day one priorities if elected president.
Implementing my plan for what I call an opportunity economy.
Touching on addressing price gouging on groceries, a $6,000 child tax credit for new babies, and a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers. Sitting alongside her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. The vice president also defending her shifting policy positions since her 2019 run for the White House, including calling them to decriminalize migration, now saying there should be consequences for crossing the border illegally.
We have laws that have to be followed and enforced. I spent 2 terms as the Attorney General of California prosecuting transnational criminal organizations.
Noting she still believes in climate change action, but would not ban fracking, all while making the argument.
My values have not changed.
Former President Trump seizing on that answer, saying her values are too far to the left. As he shifts position on reproductive rights, the former president at a Wisconsin town hall announcing a new proposal for IVF.
The government is going to pay for it, or we're going to get or mandate your insurance company to pay for it.
Vice President Harris also brushed off the former president's comments questioning her black identity.
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
And said she would appoint a Republican to her cabinet. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Meantime, the city of Upper Arlington wants to remind you the rules of displaying political yard signs and banners. They posted the rules on their social media, including keep signs on your property, not in the public right of way. You can have up to 5 signs per property. Signs should be no larger than 8 square feet, no taller than 4 feet, and illuminated or changeable text signs are not allowed. The Ohio State Highway Patrol is urging drivers to be safe this Labor Day weekend. Troopers are focusing enforcement efforts on removing impaired drivers from Ohio's roadways. Motorists are encouraged to safely dial pound 677 to report impaired drivers and drug activity on Ohio's roadways to the patrol. We have Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber joining us, and it's another hot day, another hot weekend, but hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a cool down for us.
We are going to transition out of this week-long heat wave that started last Sunday, Andrea. It's been the hottest days of the summer so far, coming at the end of August. You know, it's almost September. I think it's time to make it feel like September, and it will. Meanwhile, outside today still feels like middle of July, blazing hot. Humidity is actually going to be a little bit higher today than it was yesterday, and that's already high enough. So as we take a look outside, live look on our fire and ice heating and air conditioning tower camera view, some haze, not seeing much in the way of cloud cover yet, and we probably won't for most of the day. So sun beating down on us, 87 feels like 91. Southwest breeze a little bit stronger today. Yesterday was northeast, but the warm front has kicked through now, so winds switch. But the cold front, which has a northwest wind behind it and a few showers and eventually some storms, that's what's going to change everything for us this weekend. So bright sunshine now. You can see yesterday's wet weather system that brought a couple of scattered showers and storms off to the east. This is the actual cold front, but there's a line of clouds and eventually some showers ahead of the front that will get into our western section. So the chance for a marginal gusty to severe thunderstorm would be right through the northwestern part of the state, which is different than yesterday and the day before when we saw most of the action south and east with separate disturbances. This one, though, is going to be just a slight chance for an evening shower storm in our area, so I think we'll be okay for football Friday night. However, tomorrow, everything ramps up, but mainly east of us now with the slow progress of a cold front. The level 2 out of 5 or higher severe threat should be east of Interstate 77 through Pennsylvania and West Virginia. But what's happening is there's a nice little dip here in the jet stream, so that heat dome gets squashed, and that allows cooler air to begin to filter in as well as drier air, and that will push the rain threat away by Sunday. A couple of pop-ups this evening, but they'll be short-lived, few and far between. Much better chance for some much-needed rain tomorrow, but we'll get a nice end to the holiday weekend. Already 90 at London. We're getting close. 87 in Columbus, also 91 at Athens, where it's hit 100, not with the heat index, with the actual temperature on Tuesday and Wednesday when we were 97 here in the city. But everybody heading for the mid-90s today to upper 90s, and then you factor in the humidity, and it's going to feel like it's around 100. Still 89 or so around kickoff, muggy and warm. Again, an isolated shower, but not expecting more than a couple of spots to potentially have a brief delay due to rain. But we'll keep an eye on that. And then tomorrow for the Buckeyes game, just kind of on and off showers, but the clouds keeping temperatures much more reasonable, about 82 degrees at 3:30 for kickoff, but still a shower could linger into the game, but expecting dry conditions through the afternoon, but again, plenty of heat and humidity. Temperatures about 96 this afternoon, overnight 72, chance for a shower or storm. 82 tomorrow, on and off rain showers, and then we're going to dry out, Andrea, for the latter half of the holiday weekend and turn much cooler.
When you need help, when you're out of options, and you need your voice heard, better call 4.
When there's a lot of traffic to a certain area, they really look to find ways to catch people in illegal parking spots, whether they know it or not.
There will certainly be a lot of traffic around the shoe tomorrow when the Ohio State Buckeyes kick off the football season. Thousands of people will be searching for the perfect parking spot. But the Better Business Bureau of Central Ohio has a warning for fans about towing companies that take advantage of game days to prey on drivers and make more money. Jennifer Bullock has what to know before you park in today's Better Call 4.
Likely one of the last things a Buckeye fan would want to see after a football game. You head back toward your car, but it's missing because it's been towed. The Better Business Bureau of Central Ohio says, of course, it's the responsibility of the driver to be aware of where you're parking your vehicle. However, there are less than upstanding tow companies that take advantage of game days, preying on unsuspecting drivers, pouncing when they get the chance.
So predatory towing companies work to maximize their profit during increased demands on parking spaces. So think an OSU game or a concert. Again, when there's a lot of traffic to a certain area, they really look to find ways to catch people in illegal parking spots, whether they know it or not.
BBB of Central Ohio President Judy Dollison says there are 3 predatory tactics local car owners have reported to the agency. The first, aggressive towing.
These towing companies have spotters looking for you. As soon as you get out of your car, they seize your car.
The second, excessive fees.
So even if you are in a towaway zone, the fees are beyond what they're legally allowed to charge you for that.
Finally, a lack of transparency.
Sometimes these towing firms don't put all the information in order to help you find your car when you are towed.
Dollison says the state of Ohio does have regulations in place to help address these issues, such as clear signage, maximum towing fees, and immediate release. But of course, not everyone follows the rules. That's why the BBB has some suggestions, precautionary measures for drivers to take as you plan your trip to campus.
So first of all, we always say plan ahead and do your research so you know the lots that may be a problem and the ones that are better maybe that you want to go to.
Know your rights as a vehicle owner. Ohio revised code makes it clear as to what's allowed and what's not. And if you think you're a victim of a towing mercenary, document everything.
Take photos, write everything down so that you have proof that, no, the signage wasn't there, or, I was parked here during this hour.
That was Jennifer Bullock reporting. And remember, if you need help and feel like you aren't being heard, you better call 4 at 614-212-4444. You can also visit our website, NBC4i.com/bettercall4. Also, be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 5:45 to watch Better Call 4. Who doesn't love a chocolate Buckeye while watching an OSU game? Still ahead, how you can taste some of the best Buckeye treats in the Columbus area and maybe win a prize.
AI is doing some amazing things, like we ask it to do something funny. Then we ask it what to do if you've been hurt by a truck, and the answer was call Colombo Law. I think this AI thing is pretty smart.
Remodeling your bathroom? It's easy to get confused with all the flashy offers out there, but at Bath Fitter, we keep it straightforward. We have clear pricing, 40 years of experience, and over 100,000 satisfied local customers. Since Bath Fitter owns the whole process, from design to manufacturing to installation, we deliver the best quality product at a lower cost, allowing us to back your project with an industry-leading lifetime warranty. Call us today.
Men, low testosterone causes many problems, including a low sex drive, bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, decreased energy, brain fog, and more. But many men don't even know that there are medical treatments that can give them back their vigor and vibrancy. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're feeling like I just described, it's time for you to treat that low T and change your life. If you're like the vast majority of men who are low T, within just a few weeks of treatment, your energy will return, that brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will your workouts, and your sex drive will be enhanced as well. Call us today.
Does your child struggle with long bus rides, noisy classrooms, or social pressures? Welcome to Odella, where public school comes home to you. We are an online tuition-free K-12 public school with live classes, engaging curriculum, and certified teachers. If your student would be more comfortable learning online, enroll today at Odella.com and experience the convenience of a public school that comes to you. Odella.com.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
When it comes to getting what you need after a truck accident, believe me, not all law firms are equal. At Colombo Law, we have the experience to go head-to-head with any trucking company and succeed. Let's start the conversation. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Just in time for Ohio State football season, Experience Columbus has launched a new treat trail showcasing Ohio's beloved Buckeye candy. Experience the iconic chocolate-dipped peanut butter confection in all its forms around Columbus and earn prizes. After making 4 stops, you can win this shirt that says "More than meets the Buckeye." And after 13 stops, you get this custom pen and beach candle. Plus, once a month, one Buckeye Treat Trail Pass holder will be chosen and treated to a year membership to Chadwick Arboretum. Local coverage continues now on NBC4 at noon. Happening now, the heat wave continues to grip central Ohio when we could see relief coming up. Plus, Columbus Blue Jackets left winger Johnny Gaudreau and his brother are killed by a suspected drunk driver. What we're learning about the crash as condolences pour in.
Now, breaking news from NBC4.
Shock. It's devastating. I can't imagine how his family feels right now.
Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gaudreau and his brother are dead after a crash involving a suspected drunk driver in New Jersey. Police say they were riding bicycles when they were struck. The Gaudreaus were in New Jersey for their sister's wedding. Johnny and Matthew were riding in their hometown of Old Man's Township just before 8:30 last night. Police say a 43-year-old Sean Higgins of Woodstown, New Jersey, tried to pass an SUV on the right side of the road and struck the Gaudreau brothers. This morning, the Blue Jackets released a statement saying in part Gaudreau was a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. Fans have been pouring to Nationwide Arena to pay their respects. We have team coverage of Johnny Gaudreau's death, and we begin with NBC4's Jackie Gillis, who joins us live at Nationwide Arena. Jackie, what's it like out there today?
It's an extremely heartbreaking situation. Johnny was only in Columbus for 2 years, but it is clear today the impact he made here. He was loved by so many people, so many fans. I'm going to show you the memorial that's been growing since I have been out here. There are fans right here now paying their respects to him. You can see flowers. There's hockey sticks, his jersey's there. Someone even just came and lit a candle in his honor. Now, the Columbus Blue Jackets even put up an in loving memory sign right outside of the arena, and this is all happening right below the picture of Johnny with the Nationwide Arena sign. Now, according to the New Jersey State Police, Johnny and his brother Matthew were riding their bicycles when they were hit by a suspected drunk driver. This happened last night shortly after 8 o'clock in their hometown of Old Man's Township. State Police say a man identified as Sean Higgins was driving north when he tried to pass 2 vehicles. That's when investigators say he hit Johnny and Matthew. He's being charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. Fans say their thoughts and prayers are with the family during this incredibly difficult time, and this is something no team or family should have to go through. I spoke with fans who grew up playing hockey, and they say they looked up to him and what he brought to Columbus. They're heartbroken that his time was cut short.
He was a special player, but he's one of those guys that you could tell by the way he played, he was extremely humble.
My heart goes out to everybody in his family, the Blue Jackets organization, anyone who knew him. I've always heard he just was like the best guy ever.
Johnny was only 31 years old. He leaves behind his wife and his 2 children. Now, according to a wedding website called The Knot, Johnny and Matthew's sister's wedding is supposed to be today. They were both going to be groomsmen in it. His wife and his children were listed to be in the wedding as well. Again, this is just a very sad situation. Local for you at Nationwide Arena, I'm Jackie Gillis, NBC4.
Jackie, thank you. We have Jared Smalley joining us now. Now, Jared, you've covered the Jackets for 2 decades, and unfortunately, this isn't the first time the organization has been faced with tragedy, really.
No, the organization, the fan base here, this is nothing new, and it's awful. When you consider it's 3 years ago, it was Matisse Gavlenix died in a fireworks accident up in Michigan. He was just 24 at that time. Obviously, that was a shocking moment in the team's history.
Yeah.
The sadness was consuming. You think about what this situation is going to be. Hockey's a sport. It's all about family. Both your teammates, your community, then your actual family. closely bonded and unique in all of sports. The Gaudreau family is one of those legendary hockey families. And when Johnny was a free agent a couple years ago, he actually took less money to come to Columbus. I was there that day at his introductory news conference, and I asked him the first question that day. I wanted to know just why Columbus was his choice. The reason he wanted to be here. It was more about hoping to raise his young family here. His wife, Meredith, was pregnant when they first arrived. They now have 2 children under the age of 2. I talked with a good friend of mine, longtime Jackets TV reporter Dave Metzold, who had grown to know that family quite well.
In the Gaudreau family, it strikes me as Johnny's our son. Johnny's our brother. He's our dad. And he also plays hockey. That's to me what defines the Gaudreau family, and that's what makes this one really hard to understand, to accept. Any of that. It's just the Gaudreau family is a family first, and their son happens to play hockey.
They had their priorities right. Now, clearly far less important at this moment, but from a hockey standpoint, this offseason, the Jackets, they went out and they signed a veteran center named Sean Monahan to a 5-year deal. Monahan happens to be one of Johnny Gaudreau's best friends. They played together in Calgary when they were both put together their best seasons of their careers. Sadly, the reunion here in Columbus is not going to happen now. We are going to hear from more people in the hockey community. You heard earlier from one of the Jackets' most popular players in recent years, Brandon Dubinsky earlier. You'll hear much more from the hockey community ahead on First at 4 on a simply stunning day in Columbus. Andrea.
Jared, thank you. And condolences from teams around the league are pouring in. Johnny Gaudreau's former team, the Calgary Flames, posted, "Our hearts are broken by this devastating loss. Johnny was and will always be a member of the Flames family and loved by all of Calgary." And the New Jersey Devils also remembering the brothers, saying in part, quote, "Our thoughts are with their family and their friends at this extraordinary, difficult time." We will continue to cover this breaking story on air and online. To get push notifications on breaking news sent straight to your phone, you can scan that QR code right there on your screen or download the NBC4 News app from the Apple or Google Play stores. Turning to weather, we're in the final day of our hot and humid stretch in central Ohio. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber is joining us now with your most accurate forecast. Ben.
And Andrea, if it's possible, it's even muggier and more uncomfortable today than yesterday. 91 feels like 97, southwest wind. It's been quite the heat wave with temperatures maxing out on Tuesday and Wednesday at 97, and we'll be right back there today. Here are the showers and storms off to the west. We may get a pop-up or two later this afternoon, but that cold front is going to change everything for the weekend, and we'll talk about that and the timing for rain for the Buckeyes game tomorrow in your full forecast in about 10 minutes.
All right, Ben, thank you. And as Ohio State is set to kick off the season on Saturday afternoon, and the Horseshoe will be rocking. The Buckeyes will host the Akron Zips in a game they're favored to win by nearly 50 points. Head coach Ryan Day is taking nothing for granted.
We have to respect everybody we play against. We have to respect the game. We have to respect the fact that we only have 12 Saturdays in the regular season every year. I mean, these are precious opportunities for all the work that goes in, to think that, a game would be undervalued. I mean, that's not even on anybody's radar right now. We have a certain standard that we have to play with. We want to come into this game and set the tone for the season.
Kickoff is set for 3:30 tomorrow afternoon at the Shoe. And join us tonight at 7:30 for the Big Ohio Football Show, where we'll have a breakdown of what's to expect in tomorrow's game. Then join us tomorrow night at 11 for Buckeye highlights and reaction. Next, Boar's Head Deli meat recall linked to a deadly listeria outbreak. How many violations were found at the plant responsible for the recalled meat when we return.
NBC4 Investigates has been following the City of Columbus data leak from the beginning. If you have been impacted, go to NBC4i.com/cityhack now.
Imagine being able to heal from within. With regenerative medicine, you can. Discover the ways your body can be revitalized without surgery. Call Mid-Ohio Foot and Ankle Specialist and learn how you can reclaim your life with regenerative medicine.
I still remember the spark in your eyes, that thirst for knowledge that seemed to light up the room. But life got busy, didn't it? Then we came across a game changer. At Odella, we discovered an online school that prioritizes well-being and success. We found a safe and happy place to go to school that built your confidence and let you be you. It's given us the chance to hit the reset button. And let me tell you, seeing that spark return to your eyes, it's been nothing short of amazing.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Let's play Bob's Dare to Compare. Whoa. My Renegade Power Sectional versus my competition Similar Sectional. Take it away, Lou.
Show me 3 power reclining seats.
They both got them.
USB ports and a storage console.
Yup and yup.
Matching accent pillows at no extra charge.
Ooh, only Bob says that. Now show that price. $24.99 versus $17.99. See how much you can save this Labor Day weekend when you dare to compare at a Bob's near you.
Wake up with NBC4 today, weekday mornings on NBC4.
Tired of dealing with constant heel pain? At Mid-Ohio Foot and Ankle, our Heel Pain Wellness Center offers a non-surgical one-time treatment with no side effects and no time off from work or activities. Contact us to schedule your consultation today.
So great you're doing this story.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Why do you think it's important to give back?
I think in every story, there's something we can learn.
Thank you for being here in Central Ohio.
Colleen Marshall and Carrie Charles, local for you.
We have an NBC4 update to that massive Boar's Head deli meat recall. Over the last year, USDA officials have logged 69 instances of non-compliance with federal regulations at a Boar's Head plant in Virginia, which has been connected to a deadly listeria outbreak that has claimed 9 lives. 57 others have been hospitalized. According to the report, the violations at the plant came after instances such where mold instances and a pool of blood being found in the plant. Ahead, Israel agrees to limited pauses in its war against Hamas to allow for polio vaccinations for children. The reason behind the vaccination campaign after the break.
Our painters, our process, and our customers make 5-star painting the best.
I would use 5-star painting again. I've already used them 6 times.
Central Ohio's family-owned painting experts.
5starpainting.com. Scioto Valley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Outdoor furniture, pools, spas, saunas, pool tables, and more are all on sale. Get end-of-season savings of up to 70% off on overstocked, out-of-box, and brand-new in-stock outdoor furniture. Right now, save an additional $500 to $1,500 off all above-ground pool packages and up to $2,500 off all floor model pools. Save up to $3,500 on spas, swim spas, and Cold Series spas, plus interest-free financing until 2026. Only at Scioto Valley.
I learned everything from my grandfather. We do things the way I was taught to do them. We take care of our employees. We take care of our clients. That's part of running a good business.
Call Rosati Windows today at 777-4806.
Hurt in a car or on a bike? Call Attorney Mike at 300-5000 right now. We also take workplace injury and employment law, such as harassment, discrimination, and wrongful termination, as well as Social Security disability. Call attorneymike.com.
America, land of opportunity. For Bernie Marino, it's personal. Marino came here at the age of 5. Counted out, he put every last cent into his dream. A small business right here in Ohio. It took off. He raised his family here. It's why Bernie Marino will protect Ohio jobs, lower everyday costs, and keep our communities safe. Bernie Marino, for Ohio. Defend American Jobs is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's the hot summer sale going on now at Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet. We're clearing our lots to make way for the 2025 models arriving soon. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevrolets, now at the lowest prices of the year. Get this 2024 Blazer for only $349 a month, or this 2024 Silverado for as low as $489 a month. Let's take the summer to another level during the hot summer sale at Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet, the #1 name for Chevy.
My name is Rachel DeLima, and I'm a psychiatric provider at Buckeye Clinic Behavioral Health and Addiction Treatment Center. Our dedicated team of experts understands that mental health and addiction can be complicated. Here at Buckeye, our mission is to tailor treatment to your specific needs right when you need them. We provide a full range of supportive services at all 3 of our locations. When you need help, you need it now. Come and see us at Buckeye Clinic Addiction Treatment Center today.
By the time this Bengals fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bengals watching. Better with Pepsi.
Loving where you live starts with colors you love. Let us help you with the best painters in town.
The painters were professional, detailed, and went the extra mile. They have a great deal of focus on customer service.
5starpainting.com.
The United Nations said that it has reached an agreement with Israel for limited pauses in fighting in Gaza to allow for polio vaccinations for hundreds of thousands of children after the first confirmed case in 25 years in the Palestinian territory. NBC's Matt Bradley reports from Tel Aviv.
So Israeli military is continuing their operations both in the Gaza Strip and in the West Bank, where there's a sprawling operation that's now in its 3rd day. The Israelis have said that they've wrapped up their operation in the Al-Farah refugee camp and in the city of Tulkarm. It sounds as though they're still operating in the city of Jenin, which has a large Palestinian refugee camp that has become one of the main focuses, not just of this now 3-day-old operation in the West Bank, but also before. It is a very restive city in the West Bank, has seen and hosts quite a few different Palestinian militant groups. Now, the Israelis have once again and have repeatedly blamed Iran for fueling the violence in the West Bank, just as they say they've done with Hamas in the Gaza Strip and Hezbollah in Lebanon. But the big news today is in the Gaza Strip, where we're hearing that aid agencies are getting their request, getting their wish for some kind of humanitarian pause for the distribution of polio vaccines. Now, this is desperately needed because health workers have already detected polio in some of the water, and now we have our first case of an infant who has polio and already is seeing the effects, problems with this infant's leg. And this is a highly infectious disease, and there's more than 1 million vaccines that are on their way into the Gaza Strip. Now, because of the fighting and because of the poor sanitation and malnutrition in the Gaza Strip, there are very real concerns that polio could once again become a widespread problem there. And that's why there's the need for this set of humanitarian pauses that's going to unfold for 3 days, with the possible option for a 4th day should aid agencies need it. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
Today, The Ohio State University dedicated a statue of Buckeye legend Archie Griffin. It comes as Buckeye fans celebrate the 50th anniversary of his first Heisman Trophy. This is just the start of honoring his accomplishments. He will also dot the I during the Ohio State Marching Band's halftime tradition of Script Ohio in tomorrow's game. We have a Storm Team 4 meteorologist Ben Gelber joining us now, and so we might see some rain, though, for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I think we will, both in the morning and in the afternoon, lingering into the first half. But again, not a steady rain or continuous, just kind of on and off showers. We do need the rain, and we don't get much of a choice on the timing, so just be prepared for that. Things will get better by the second half. Either way, it's going to cool things down quite a bit. Now, as we head outside, it's another blazing hot day, and that's not going to change for another 24 hours. Fire and ice heating and air conditioning tower camera view, 91 degrees, feels like 97, so the humidity's up even higher than yesterday's southwest wind, but changes are coming. You see this next disturbance moving in, down goes the heat, and in comes some cooler and drier air, most noticeable beginning on Sunday with the change in the flow. Warm front, though, is actually lifting north. This has been the focus for showers and storms off to our south and east the past couple of days. We'll get in between the warm front and the cold front that will bring cooler air. That will lead to an isolated pop-up storm, but coverage will be scattered. Now tomorrow the severe threat will shift off to the east with that front, but notice east of I-71 a marginal or 1 out of 5 risk of a few storms containing damaging winds. The higher threat will be east of central Ohio. So we're looking already at 91, 92 at Athens, 91 at Cambridge, 87 at Bucyrus, off to a flying start, and the sun is just beating down on us with temperatures getting into the mid, even some upper 90s today. The heat index undoubtedly will top 100 and perhaps the highest of the week because the humidity's up a little bit throughout the entire southern and eastern sections of the state, and pretty close to 100 when you factor in the humidity elsewhere. 89 at kickoff, muggy and warm. There will be 1 or 2 pop-ups out there, but I think we'll be okay for football Friday night, but definitely some on and off showers or rumble of thunder tomorrow. Clouds holding us to the low 80s at kickoff, and then later in the evening in the shoe about 77 degrees. So here's your pinpoint forecast. If you'll notice the increase in pop-ups during the afternoon and evening, but they are very few and far between, and then we dry out after sunset, so that'll help for football Friday night. Temperatures will cool, obviously, if you get a localized shower tomorrow morning. Some upper 60s, but mostly a muggy low 70s, a shower or two. But as the day progresses, quite a bit of rain scattered, though, during the course of the day. By kickoff, here's 4 o'clock. You can see the back edge of the bulk of the rain now east of Ohio State and central Ohio. Better chance of some stronger storms lingering a little bit later into the evening over the southern counties. Obviously, we need the rain. 65 degrees Sunday morning, but already we're seeing some cooler temperatures. Now Sunday, 87. There is a secondary cold front. Could bring us a shower Sunday evening, and then much cooler air for Labor Day. 96, mostly sunny this afternoon, but again a pop-up shower in 1 or 2 spots through the evening hours. Then late tonight as the cold front gets closer, showers and a few storms on and off during the day. Saturday, Sunday looks dry except for that chance for an evening shower, but I think most of Sunday is great. And look at the temperature drop, Andrea. Monday, Labor Day, for the final day of the holiday weekend, upper 70s, and there'll be cool 50s next week.
All right, thank you, Ben. And with the high temperatures, experts say it is best to stay inside. Children, seniors, and anyone with health concerns are most at risk in extremely hot weather and should stay in the coolest place they can. If you do go out, watch out for signs of heat exhaustion.
With heat exhaustion, some of the signs you're going to typically see, they'll start to get really faint or dizzy, sweating a lot more than everybody else is at the moment. Their skin is going to start to look pale. It's going to feel cool and clammy because of how much they're sweating if you were to feel it. A lot of times they'll start to complain of nausea, and they may even begin vomiting.
And don't forget about your pets. Experts recommend saving walks for early mornings or after the sun goes down. Well, calling all pumpkin spice fans, you might want to double up on pumpkin this fall. The head of nutrition at New Civic said pumpkin spice and other fall flavors are good for your health. Pumpkin itself has immune boosting properties. Cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice have anti-inflammatory qualities, which is good if you struggle with nausea and bloating. However, nutritionists said we should be using fresh, raw ingredients which don't have additives. Next, the sequel to the beloved movie Beetlejuice hits the big screen next week. A look at Michael Keaton and his character's take on a well-known internet show after the break.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. Organ donation exists to save lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy, and give the gift of a fuller future.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
There really aren't many. Cost, age, religion, race, or health status aren't factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes.
Check out this week's deal for you from Michael's Goody Boy. Goodness in every bite. To get this deal for you or to learn more, visit NBC4dealsforyou.com.
I'm attorney Scott Schiff. If you've been injured by a careless driver, the last thing you need is to get steamrolled by an insurance company. At Schiff & Associates, we've spent the last 30 years representing injured people in Central Ohio. Serious injuries call for experienced lawyers. Our results are top-rated year after year because we have top-rated lawyers. So why settle for less when you can have the very best?
If you've been in an accident, don't wait. Call 621-8888.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-671-3112 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Isn't it time to bring a little magic into the real world? Where knights ride in shining armor, and pirates always have a bag of loot. Where everyone is welcome for a toast, and you'll never know who will come knocking. Where wonder and fantasy awaits you around every corner. Discover it all at renfestival.com.
NBC4 is local for you with Stuff the Backpack, providing classroom essentials for thousands of local students. With your help, we collected 20,000 backpacks this summer and more than 200,000 since 2018. Thank you, Central Ohio, for donating and volunteering with Stuff the Backpack to make sure kids in our community are ready to learn. And you can still give. Just scan this QR code or go to NBC4i.com. Stuff the Backpack with NBC4, local for you.
Let's take a look at the stories ahead on First at 4. We're following the developing story of Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gaudreau's tragic death, how Johnny Hockey is being remembered, and the latest on the investigation. Plus, the Ohio State football season kicks off tomorrow, but people are already set up to tailgate. The excitement from Buckeye Nation and what you need to know if you plan on joining those tailgates. Those stories and much more ahead on First at 4. Beetlejuice, a beloved ghoul, is back on the big screen, and to celebrate, he's challenging a beloved internet series. That's Michael Keaton doing an interview with his famous character. Keaton went one-on-one with Beetlejuice in Not Ones, a parody of the hit YouTube interview series Hot Ones. The full clip is on YouTube right now. Well, Ben, just feels like it's not getting any cooler. It is so hot, and hopefully the rain tomorrow will bring us a little relief.
So if we say rain 3 times, maybe we can make it happen tomorrow. We do need the rain, of course. Also, that'll cool things down. I know it's game day, but we'll have to deal with some showers. 97 this afternoon. Today is going to be dry. Slight chance for an evening shower. 1 or 2 spots will be generally okay for football Friday night, but plan on some scattered showers and a rumble of thunder tomorrow. But notice the clouds, keeping temperatures in the low 80s. Sunday looks dry except for an evening shower in spots. Much cooler for Labor Day heading into next week.
All right, thank you, Ben, and thank you for joining us for NBC4 at noon. Continuing coverage of the latest news, weather, and traffic over on NBC4i.com.
I still remember the spark in your eyes, that thirst for knowledge that seemed to light up